grandstandbetters.com. Today is Friday, October 2nd, and we're here to give you our tips, tricks, and picks of the weekend. All right, let's get into those three picks, but right before we do so, just a reminder, click that subscribe button. Make sure you get the notifications whenever we upload a new video. We do have a video every Sunday giving you our 5 NFL picks of the week. So, without further ado, let's get into Freebie Friday play number 1. And that is going to be sponsored by our friends at Very Biased Opinions. These guys are our soccer analysts, and they are great. They're entertaining. Make sure you go check out Very Biased Opinions on YouTube and get all of their premier predictions every week. Now, their premier prediction for us this week is going to be the Wolverhampton Wolves on the money line. Wolverhampton came off a tough match last week against West Ham, but they do look to bounce back this week against Fulham. Fulham, on the other side, they think their defense is awful. They just lost 3-0 to Aston Villa, which is an awful team who should never score 3 goals in a match. So, Wolverhampton Wolves over Fulham on the money line. Now, there is a little bit of juice on it. It's coming in at minus 197, so they do recommend to dial down on the unit size you put on them. We're going to recommend just a 1-unit play this week. So once again, Wolverhampton Wolves on the money line. Moving in to Freebie Friday pick number 2, it's going to be in the NCAA football schedule slated on Saturday afternoon, and that is going to be in the Navy Air Force game. Now, Navy is coming in at 1-1. They had a rough start to the season when they lost 55-3 to BYU. Now, they did bounce back, even though it wasn't right away. They were down 24-0 to Tulane at the end of the first half last week, but had an unbelievable second half, scored 27 straight points unanswered, and won the game 27-24. They even had a passing game. They threw for 11 times, completing 6 for 139 yards and a touchdown. If you know Navy, they don't throw at all. So maybe something to look forward here in that game. Air Force, on the other side, is actually playing their first game of the season. Now, one thing to watch out for is they could come out slow and sluggish, as other teams have during this COVID-19 football season. But we do like Air Force's offensive line to be very strong and push back against Navy's defense, and they'll probably run the ball down their throats all game long. Because of this, and because of Navy maybe having a passing game and looking like they can put up some points, we are going to take Navy and Air Force over 46. Both Navy's games went over 46 easily. They actually both went over 54 points. And we look for Air Force to have a great run attack and score at least 28-30 points, meaning Navy only really has to score about 2 touchdowns. So, once again, Navy and Air Force over 46. That brings us to our third and final Freebie Friday play. But before we get into it, we are giving away 30-day free memberships. All you have to do is subscribe and then email us at grandstandbetters@gmail.com so we know what your email address is. In the subject line, just write, "I've subscribed." That's all you got to put, and we'll give you a free 30-day subscription. Absolutely free, hands down. All right. Let's get into our Freebie Friday play number 3, and that is going to be in the MLS, and it's between the Kansas City FC and Houston Dynamo. Now, both these teams are very defensive-minded squads. However, the last 3 times both these teams played, there were 3 goals or more in each of those games. Also, since the restart, since games have been played back in their home stadiums, KC is averaging about 2.33 goals for and 1.33 goals against, combining for about 3.46 goals on average. Also, in the last 13 matches both of these teams have played, 8 of the 13 teams or games have gone 3 goals or more. So do you see a trend going here? We are taking KC and Houston over 3 goals. So just to recap, our Freebie Friday plays of the weekend for Friday, October 2nd, we have the Wolverhampton Wolves on the money line, courtesy of our friends at Very Biased Opinions. We have Navy versus Air Force over 46 in NCAA football. And finally, in the MLS on the late night on Saturday, we have the Kansas City FC versus Houston Dynamo over 3 goals. So that's going to do it for us today here at Grandstand Bettors on our Freebie Friday segment. And like always, let us do the work while you do the winning.